tell your mama and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama.
The National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
65.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check three. Undercrush. Bang.
On 2nd down now. It's Moss, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. From the gun, Love. Man open, it's Goodwin.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
He finds his target, Beckham. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Texans nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready? Ready? 180? Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. It's our time. It's our time.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
What we got? Gun.
Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. A big play.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Spot 20. No.
Newton now to throw. Flushed out right. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Jaguar first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. On the ground, Richard. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Double time, double time. 3 down, 3 down. 6 guys, check 6 guys. 61, match up.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
What screen? Mike 52, Mike 52. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Back through the Mike. Mike back through, Mike back through. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Choose the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Texans 6.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Larry Ogunjobi on the tackle. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
What do you need? Gun. Bring it. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Out to his left. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Newton on 1st down. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw, Newton. He'll bite. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range. Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go, D. Slam. Watch 52.
Throwing again. Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Now Gold for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
They don't want to keep playing
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Set, ready. 70 ending. Rip left. Kill. Check, cross.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. Love. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. This is taken at about the 14. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. No, no, no.
Back to throw. Love. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Jaguars 27, Texans.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework footwork as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Steps away to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. They'll run on first down. Moss. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Looking to throw. Love. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Houston. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Back to throw. Love. It's a screen to Richard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Back to the air. Newton on second down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A shotgun snap for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Newton. He'll find Metcalf. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Newton. And no, it's incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Let's go. Pittsburgh. Go. Let's get off the field, D. Switch.
On 1st and 10, Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a run with Cook. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down 25. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Double time.
Here's Newton. Man open left side is Brown. Touchdown, Houston. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Just like that. Check. Fresno. Hey,
going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. This is Richard. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run. A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful, and you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called? Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Now Brown. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense? And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception. First down, a run with Cohen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm. That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Next to score, Jaguars 34, Texans 20. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jags, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-1, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.